This weekend is Father's Day, and I just wanted to make a real quick episode to just talk about you, Dad. Yeah, you, the one sitting there. I want to talk to you on this episode of 182 of The Relaxed Male. This is The Relaxed Male, a show that comes to you each week helping men to remove the nice guy from their life so they can actually live their life on their terms. Join the host, certified coach Brian Goodwin, as he helps men step out of their heads and become free from the thoughts that bind them. Hey man, hello and welcome to the Relaxed Male. All right, so today is we're kind of breaking all format. Not that I really had a format to begin with, but I just wanted to jump in because this week, actually this coming Sunday, is Father's Day. It's all the great time where dads mostly are just, it's almost another day, might do something special, might take him out to his favorite steakhouse or something along those lines. But still, I wanted to make sure that us dads got a little bit of recognition. And to do that, I wanted to go ahead and just commit this whole episode to you, Dad. And wanted to talk about why dads are important, why dads should be celebrated, because I know we get so many people these days who are just out to, I don't think we need to have a Father's Day. I think we need to have, because there's some people who don't have fathers, they've tried to take away the dad aspect of what men do. And without men, there would be no society. Women do not know how to asexually reproduce. They may wish, but they don't. And so sadly, they still need us men at least to be able to carry the line on. But dads, we also have very important purposes in society itself. And so just wanted to come in and have a talk and let you know, Dad, you're needed. You're here for a reason, and your kids need you, even if you are divorced or not divorced. So why are dads important? Well, first off, they show their sons how to be masculine. Now, if a grown man has a kid and he doesn't know how to behave masculinely, yeah, he's going to have other problems. He's going to be running around, running into issues. He's going to be running around blaming people and things along those lines. And he's going to show people how to not be masculine. But you can also even take that as this is how to do the opposite is how you actually become masculine. And a lot of men, they get so lost in their own thoughts that they forget that they have kids. They forget that their kids are looking to them for guidance on how to navigate this crazy place called Earth. And it's a sad deal. It can be a bit disheartening, but again, I mean, all of us men are nothing more than humans, and we are reacting to the thoughts that we have about whatever our circumstances are. But when we are able to live our life with intentionality, and I think more and more men are starting to see the benefit of living life intentionally instead of just kind of going, we're here for being here. And that's the extent of it. We are able to, when we start becoming intentional, we can decide what we want to be able to change in our life, which allows us to be able to change what's in our kids' lives. So dads, you have that power. You want to change the world. You start by changing yourself. When you change yourself, you change your family, and that family spreads out and changes the society, and society changes the country changes the world. And one of the ways we could do that is we could start by showing our boys what masculinity is all about and the glories of masculinity. And it's not just walking around with a stiffy all day. It is about being with other men, hanging out with other men, being able to have fellowship with men who you view as valuable. And when you help these men become stronger in themselves, they help you become stronger yourself. And the whole symbiotic relationship of having guys, your band of brothers in your group, allows you to become such a stronger, better person. So dad, when you have your son, bring them along with you on those fishing trips from time to time. Bring them along on the camping trips when when y'all are helping, John down the street work on his fence or whatever. You bring little Johnny along and let him see that men do help other men and that we do good in society. Dads, we are also the pressure valves for the family. A lot of times things can get really tense. We can be the cause of a lot of the tension if we are living within our heads and not living outside of our realm. But if we are living intentionally and we see that, mom's having a rough day and the kids have got their problems and this is happening and that's happening and all this other stuff's going on, we can provide a pressure valve. We will often come in and society, though, wants to just label guys as just being the comic relief. We're more than just that. We are we provide a bit of laughter. We like to have our kids laugh and enjoy life, and that helps to break the tension. But we also are there to help with the kids, to pull Johnny aside and give him instructions on this is why we don't, pull our sister's hair, or this is why we don't do this, that, or the other. And we can be mentors. And we actually often are the mentor. We need to be the leaders and the mentors for our kids, especially when they hit the teenage years, because we all know we don't know enough. We're just a bunch of morons when our kids turn 13. All of a sudden, they just become super geniuses and know absolutely everything. And you try to mention something or give them guidance, and like, I know. It's like, all right, well. But for us to be able to be with the mentor mindset, be able to step out of the way and let them struggle and figure it out. This is where so many of us have gone wrong. And honestly, I think that's why so many of us have these neurotic beings known as Gen Zers and millennials, because we've not let them just figure it out. We've stepped in. Oh, well, I can get that for you. It's easier to just do it. It's easier to settle our own nerves if we just step in, get whatever the project is done, and then just step back instead of watching and letting, little Johnny know and understand why you don't wait until the last minute to do a solar system. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't turn out good. It turns out like a hunk of junk, and you have to deal with the grade afterwards. And yeah, that's going to again reflect on you, because you're going to have thoughts of, oh no, he's got an F now in science. What's everybody going to think about me on that? Honestly, nothing. Even if he gets back to you, it's like, I heard Johnny came up with a new iteration of the solar system. Yeah, you can laugh it off. We are pressure valves, and we help our family to become more cohesive and smoother running, because we don't let the pressure build. We try to offshoot the pressure. We take the pressure off the wife so that she can breathe and she can actually do what she needs to get done. And sometimes we'll grab the kids and we'll go run off to the park or wherever. That's something that us guys as dads do. Now, we're also providers. Now, and when I say providers, it used to have a completely different meaning. And I think it still is a good definition. We provide for our family. But providing doesn't just mean financial provisions. It also means that we provide a space for our kids to come to us. We are providers. Now, a lot of times, yes, it is good that we provide. We go out, hunt down the dragon, clunk it over the head, drag it back to the cave. And that's part of what providing is about. We provide money, we provide value, we provide, sustenance to our family. We do the work so that we can provide for it. And nowadays, a lot more women are actually bringing in more money than what the men are. And we can have a whole discussion as to why that is, and it's not going to settle anything. But even when the wife is bringing home more money, we can still go out and we can provide. And it can be in a myriad of different ways. And we make our life better because of it. We can make our families better. We can make our children better when we are being providers. Now, we're also protectors, and that's one reason why men are so much stronger and more rugged, is because we can take a hit and be able to defend our family. So we protect, and that helps our kids to ensure that our kids are able to continue, because if not, then we may have somebody come in and just, run off with, not just run off, but do horrible things to our family. And that's not what we do. We protect our family. That's one reason why women get married, is so that they have protection against the evils of society. And the last thing is that we're leaders. And like I said, we mentor our kids, we mentor our sons, we mentor our daughters. We show them that we give them guidance when they are struggling with something. Doesn't necessarily mean we step in to do it for them, and we provide a means of discipline. And that doesn't necessarily mean, we're going to give them a SWAT. It means that if you want to you want to have wrestling time with dad, you better go get your room cleaned up. That's one reason why we enjoy having fun with our kids, because we can take the fun, make it a good time, and then when something needs to be done, well, if you still want to be able to play with dad, you better go ahead and head on out there, because dad's going to play with Johnny. We're going to go do flips on the trampoline, and yeah, dad probably doesn't need to be doing flips, but we will. And because we do these things, and because we are very active within our children's lives, when it's time for the rubber to meet the road, we're going to ensure that happens. And we give the kids a reason as to why that discipline is needed. And that's where our natural leadership comes into play. So men, thank you so much for being a dad. Thank you for stepping up and becoming a great dad that you are. And we all are dads. Some of y'all may step back and go, "Wow, I've been a shitty dad. I can't believe I really am not even worthy of my kids." I get you. We've screwed up, but man, we don't have to stay screwed up. We can change that. We can become better just by changing who we are, changing what we think of ourselves. And that's one of the great things about dads, is we can become better men. We can be an example to our sons that we start out in a way that we don't want to start out as, but that's okay, because we eventually become better and better. And as we become better, we are able to provide more stuff for our family. So with that, guys, thank you very much for listening. I hope y'all have a great rest of the week, and we will see you next Thursday. Till then, bye.